Hello and welcome to Quick Cuisine. Today on the show we are going to be making one of Rivers native soup. Yes, I say it's one of Rivers native soup because River State has different ethnic groups and every ethnic group has its own peculiar meal. But whenever you mention Rivers native soup, everybody thinks of this one. This is one in a lot. So we are going to be making the Rivers native soup. And to make the native soup, we need our protein. I'm going to be using goat meat. We also need the seafoods, the seafood which make this soup peculiar. We have shrimps, we have periwinkle, popularly called isam, we have mbe, we have ngolo, and I'll be adding stockfish, dry fish, snail, pepper, salt to taste, palm oil, and the vegetable for garnishing the soup. I'll be using uziza leaves. Then for the thickener, I'll be thickening the soup with ofo. Let's get started. I'll wash my hands. Right here, I already have my meat broth, that's my meat stock, already in the pot, boiling. As I said earlier, I'm going to be using goat's meat. You can use any protein of your choice. Even fresh fish, better. But for this purpose today, I'm going to be using goat's meat. Now I'm going to add the goat meat into the pot. The goat meat is already steamed with seasoning cubes. I added a little ginger and garlic to it while I was seasoning, steaming the goat's meat. Now I'll add it back to the stock. I didn't want to leave it right in there so it won't get softer than I want it to be. That's why I brought it out. Now I'm taking it back. And now add my dry fish already washed, deboned and broken in pieces. With my stockfish, also break it into the pot. Then we are allowed to boil again. Okay, our pot is boiling. And I'm going to add my blended pepper. I added a little ginger and garlic with the pepper and blended all together for additional taste. So I'm going to add my pepper. I'm going to add the cow skin, the pomo. I'm going to add it now so it also will get cooked. With this, if you have it available, fine. If you don't, you can do without it. But for me, I just add this cooked, shred in little bits for the corporation department so that whenever you put your hand into the soup, something comes out with it. That's the essence why I add this to my own native soup. Okay, the mbe to the soup. I'll add the ngolo. All the seafoods are the things that make this soup unique. You know, the riverines, they are blessed with a lot of seafood, and you see it in the meal when they eat. Snails. I'll now add my palm oil. I'll cover and let it boil again. Alright, back here, the pots. I'm going to add a little bit of onion. I already add some. Now taste. Okay. I'll add my crayfish now. Salt to taste. Add my seasoning cubes. I'll still add some pepper, not as spicy as I want. I love native soup, very spicy. Now I'm going to be adding your fork, the thickener for the soup. Some people also use cocoyam to thicken the soup. You either use cocoyam or you use ofo to thicken the native soup. As it's boiling, it gets thickened. And you don't need to be too thick. So you just add a little portion while you watch to see how thick. If it's not as thick as it should be, then you can add a little more again. You allow it to boil. It's very okay. Very okay. Not too thick, not too watery. Now with this, I'm going to add my shrimps because I didn't want it to get too cooked. That's why I did not add it from the start. Same goes with the periwinkle. I don't want it too cooked because it's cooked already. So we just had to add these ones when we are about to be done. Stir. You can see the color is changing already. Just now I added it because it doesn't take too much time to get cooked. Okay, it's our native soup. You can see the periwinkles, the mbe, all representing in the corporation department when the food is going down. Okay, we allow it to boil one last time. Everything is well cooked now and ably represented. Now add our final ingredients, the uziza leaves. This uziza leaf also has its own flavor and taste. Doesn't need to be too much, just a little dancing inside the soup. Okay, we'll let it all go. And our soup is ready. Don't need it to cook too much again because the heat will also make the leaf tender. Okay, now we dish out our soup. Our Rivers native soup is ready with the seafoods inside representing. You can have it with any swallow of your choice, gari, fufu, white rice.
This is wow, very delicious, very spicy and very good for the weather. Give it a try.